It's Tennis with Tyler, and today we are going to be going over how to hit a good drop shot. Not just a good drop shot that wins points, but a drop shot that is consistent, okay? Now, I want you to think of the drop shot like a slice, okay? The drop shot is a slice, but instead of going through the ball to get the ball to penetrate the court, you're going under it. You're kind of cradling it so it bounces short in the court so your opponent can't hit it. So, for a backhand approach shot, you want your racket back like you're doing a slice. And again, instead of going forward like I would for my slice, I am going down and then up. Once again, I'm going down and then up. I am coming under it. I like to think that I'm making a U. You see this U? It's like a pendulum, right? It's a U, or it's like one of those boats that go back and forth that you ride at the carnival, right? I'm making a U with my racket. Same thing for the forehand. I'm taking the racket back, I'm going under, and then I'm coming up. Once again, I'm taking my racket back, I'm going under, and then I'm coming up. I'm making a U as well. I'm getting under the ball. Notice with my racket, I'm not going down. Too many players, they go down for their drop shot. That's just you're going to lose control. You need to go down and then come up with your strings. Once again, watch. So I start high, then when I go down and I come up, look where I turn my racket a little bit. I turn my racket a little bit to the point that if I put a ball on the strings, it would stay there, right? So watch, racket back, I'm making my U, I turn it, I put the ball on it, it stays there, and then I come up and carry it, right? So watch, here we are. So I'm gonna take it high, I'm gonna go under, and then I'm going to carry it. Okay, I need a little bit more juice on that, right? Under, and then I'm going to carry, okay? We put some footage in so you guys could see me hit a couple of drop shots. We'll analyze it and go over it right now, okay? We're trying a new thing where I'm going to upload content of me hitting, and then we can voice over it for you guys.
The one thing that I want you to notice is the height that I am putting on the ball. Look how high I am hitting the drop. Now, a lot of players and people will comment in this video saying, Tyler, you're going too high. I can run that ball down. Height equals consistency. By hitting that ball high, it's giving me a higher percentage chance to get the ball in. If you go too low over the net, you're going to miss the ball. It's going to just clip the net and not go over too many times. Now, if your opponent can run it down, you're like, Tyler, you're hitting it too high, my opponent's going to run it down, then that might not be the right time to execute a drop. Once again, if you are worried about how high that you hit it, it's probably not the right time to execute the drop. You want to execute the drop when your opponent is back in the court. So regardless if you're playing a person that's extremely fast or a person that is super slow, the right time to hit a drop is when your opponent is back.
I'm making a U, my strings are up, I could put a ball on it, and then I come up, okay? Now, a couple of tips for the drop shot, okay? You want to play with height for the drop shot. Have your opponent end the point. Don't end the point yourself. So I tell all my students to play with some height for your drop shots. Give yourself some margin. Now this net is super low, but when you go over the net, you want to go over about this high. You don't want to go super low over the net. Too many players, they try to be a perfectionist, right? They try to perfect their drop shot and it ends up going right into the net. Give yourself some hang time, right? Now, Tyler, oh, you're telling me to go high over net. I posted a video on Instagram. You guys could check me out. It's in the description. I post tons of little short clips on how to play better tennis on Instagram as well. But I posted this drop shot video, right? It was really good. I thought it was great. It got absolutely ridiculed. I had so many people, Tyler, you're telling people to hit the ball high over the net for your drop shot? What are you talking about? Someone's going to get over and smash that ball. Well, hey. Yes, I'm telling you to hit the ball high over there. I'm not talking super high, but you want to hit like this. Okay, well, that was a little bit too high. But you want to go a little bit lower than that, right? But you want to play with height on your drop shot. Now, if your opponent can get it, maybe that's not the right time to hit an approach. Or, sorry, if your opponent can get it, maybe that's not the right time to hit a drop. You want to use a drop when your opponent is back in the court. So if it is the proper time to hit a drop shot, it doesn't matter if you play with a little bit of height. that is all right, because again, you're using it at the proper time. All these people that were commenting not to play with a little bit of height didn't think about if it was the proper time to do so. If you hit a drop shot that's, again, this high over the net and your opponent can easily run it down, it wasn't a good attempt. You shouldn't have been using that shot. It was bad shot selection. A good drop shot is a ball that drops inside the service line and stays in the service line for 4 or 5 bounces. So a great drill to do when you guys go out on court is just self-feed. Get a couple balls, get the feel of it, and just try to have that ball bounce in the service line. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was 3. Let's try to do more. So I need more spin. I need to come up. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's try one again. Lower over that. There we are. 1, 2, 3. 3. Okay. Well, so that is a great self-feed drill to do. Again, try to start here, do it, and try to have it bounce 3, 4, or 5 times inside of the service line. Now, when that ball comes to you, it's going to be way easier to get more bounces at that service line, right? Now, notice, where am I when I'm drop shotting the ball? I'm drop shotting it around the service line, okay? Maybe a little bit outside, maybe a little bit inside. I am not dropping this ball back at the baseline. Now, if you're not Novak Djokovic, it's going to be really difficult to hit a successful drop shot back at the baseline, all right? You want to use this shot when you are up in the court. The reason why, think of it, right? I have a ball right here. What does my opponent think I'm going to do? I'm going to what? Pulverize the ball to one of the corners, right? I'm going to push them out wide, push them back. So when they're leaning back, when they're expecting it to either go to the left or the right, that's when you're going to surprise them with their approach. They're going to be moving some way, and then they're going to have to regain their balance, come up, and you're going to be able to win the point. Now, another great thing, right? Sometimes, depending on what level, what age you are, your opponent, you should always assume that your opponent is going to get the ball. So watch this, right? Pretend I have a drop right here. I hit my perfect drop, boom, my opponent's running. I don't think he's going to get it, but I am still following the ball, and I am up at the net like this. Why? Because think, if I'm sprinting to get a low drop shot, right? I'm sprinting all I can. Carlos Alcaraz, I'm sliding. What am I going to do? Look where my racket is. I'm going to pop the ball up in the air. So I do my drop shot. I'm ready. So if my opponent does get it and pops it up, boom, I have my closing volley there. I don't want to, and I see too many club level players do this. They hit their perfect drop and they're like, oh, that's great. And then, oh no, my opponent blasted it or hit it past me over here, because I thought the point was over. Again, the point is not over until it is over, okay? Until that ball bounces twice. Even after that ball bounces twice, you should still be ready. So I want you to be ready just in case your opponent does get it back. So again, you want to try to make a U. You want to try to play with a little bit of height to have a more high percentage drop. You want to make a drop either inside the baseline. You want to be either at the service line, a little bit behind the service line, or a little bit inside the service line. And you want to try to have that ball land inside the service line on the other side and have it bounce a couple times before it exits the service line. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know in the comments below. I hope you guys all have a good one. Happy hitting. Make sure to check out, we're having a Black Friday sale on the Instantly Improve My Serve and Instantly Improve My Forehand ebooks. Check it out in the description. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, and have a good one, guys, and happy hitting.